Let's do some NFL. And Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, right, for the Chiefs, he had some words.
Some glowing remarks for,
for Brock
Purdy, your favorite.
And it's going to start up front and stopping the run, and hopefully we can get the quarterback not to be in timing like he is, because I can't find a weakness in this quarterback. Every time I put the film on, I'm more and more impressed.
So he didn't watch the Ravens game against the 49ers. I'm just asking because he had 4 interceptions and 2 were dropped.
This is why you're single. I'm telling you,
No,
you find the baddest lady, and she got one thing.
She's got a pimple on her nose.
She got not even on her nose, like some random spot on her forehead.
She has a pimple under her arm, right?
Boy, she got 34, 36, 34, whatever going on, and woo, she has a doctorate degree, and she's 5'6", $130, and just woo. I'm like, okay, Rob.
No,
man, she's got this pimple on her forehead.
This is coach speak where you're glowing about the quarterback you're going to face. I'm not knocking Spagnuolo, but I've heard this. I used to do stuff. I used to hear college football coaches. They would be playing the worst team in college football, or you know what I mean, a team way under their standards. I'm just saying, those kids play real hard. I would never take them for granted. Oh, they're well coached.
You
know what I'm saying.
That for sure
and
that
there's
happens.
no doubt
and you'll hear,
he's saying
nice a guy
things.
like a Nick Saban, like somebody like, dude, you're
right,
playing
you know
young
what
style.
I mean, right?
You're playing young style, okay? Nick Saban, relax, because he was notorious for that. He'll be like, man, I mean, shoot. We got our hands full against Youngstown. What are you doing here, Bill Belichick or Nick Saban? Stop it. But to be fair, what we're seeing from Brock Purdy this year is really, really good considering how good he's been already. But the stuff that people little nitpick, and that's the little things that say, hey, he's been good, but he's kind of eliminating those butts. Talking about Brock Purdy's relied on his legs more. He's going downfield, passing much more than this year, which is a lot of things people are saying, he's just getting it out fast because he's a part of a system. No, he's holding on. He's looking for guys different. He ranks in the top 3 in NFL in yards per attempt, which is huge for him. Completion percentage over expectation as well. He's got an explosive pass rate. He's 3rd. He's first and down via scrambles. That's crazy. First downs via scrambles. He's 3rd. You wouldn't expect that from him. So Brock Purdy's credit him for doing the things that folks would say, I like him, but he's eliminating some of those butts, man. And so I just think he's playing some really good football. He's had massive injuries to his team, and he still played very well. So I think, I know you're not high on me. I actually don't know what else you want from him. I told you it's like, Mary, if you see that Tyrese says, what more do you want from me? I don't know what else you want from the guy. But getting it from a guy, Spagnuolo, who's seen it all, who's a tremendous defensive coordinator, has the Kansas City Chiefs looking spectacular on defense the last 2 years. In fact, that's what's carrying them, believe it or not Patrick Mahomes. I think it's as high praise for a guy who's hungry, and he's went out there and said it during the offseason. Brock Purdy said, I want to be that guy. I want this team to depend on me. I don't want it to just be I'm just one of the guys. Like, I want to be the one they're dependent on. And so far, he's been able to do that. Rob Parker, that's the question they're asking you. What more do you want from me? My gosh.
We're just built different. I've been doing this for 38 years, and I just take a different look at a lot of stuff when it comes to sports, and that's all. It's not that I don't give people credit. We just talked about Kurt Warner, who had one of the all-time
Can you give me something in the last 20 years?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but that's like a Brock Purdy, though. That is in comparison of a guy coming out of nowhere. That's why it's relevant and why I'm saying Kurt Warner, because I wasn't poo-pooing Kurt Warner. The guy did everything that you could do, and nobody knew who he was when he came into the league. So that is not the notion. The biggest thing for Brock Purdy, and I still believe this, whether it's fair or not, it still comes down to whether or not the 49ers are able to win. And if they don't win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy, people will always use that against him, no matter what numbers he puts up. Tony Romo put up great numbers in Dallas. They couldn't win. It still comes down, and for the 49ers, it is about the Super Bowl. It just is because they've been there.
Would
you agree to that?
It's a credit to them that they put themselves in this position where, hey, we went, 10-7. It's like, nah, that ain't it. You know what I mean? They're in a position where
anything less,
if they don't go there
this year, No matter what, it's going to be a disappointment. Would you agree
I
with
would
that?
argue minimum NFC championship, meaning because then you're at least playing for the right to get there. They put themselves in anything less than NFC championship is a waste of a season. I mean, obviously the Super Bowl, but I'm saying if in 5 years, NFC championship, then a Super Bowl again, then NFC championship, then a Super Bowl again, I think you'd be happy to be there a couple times in 5 years.
Because last year, when they were down big to the Lions in the first half, nobody was singing Brock Purdy's praises, and he played well in the second half.
But that's where you got to credit him, man. I was sitting there, and as I mentioned, being third in the league in first downs via scramble, he was running all over the Lions as well as passing. And that's what made it significant. You're like, man, okay, so now he's really good at the scramble. You know what he reminds me of? Russell Wilson when he was really playing well with the Seahawks, where you're like, he's not scrambling in a Lamar Jackson sense. Like, he's not running around like that, but he scrambles, and not on the level of running like Russell, but just enough where you're like, man, that's annoying. We had him at 3rd and 6, and he scrambles to get out of bounds. We had him at 3rd and 4. He scrambles there. He's making these passes where you're like, okay, I didn't know he could do that. Like, what the heck? He's just been very, very sturdy, has Brock Purdy, and I just think he's going to get a big-time bag at the end of the season. They can't pay him yet until the end of the season, and Rob Parker's going to be making the face he's making right now, like, bah, humbug.
No, it's not that. It's just
what are you going to say once he wins the Super Bowl? That's what I want to know. You go, oh, well, I mean, did he win two?
No, then
did he win two?
Then you give him credit. That's all. And
Rob G, do you believe he's going to give him credit? He's going to say, I mean, it took him long enough,
you
2.5 years.
He
Thank
won't
you,
get
Rob.
credit.
See,
Yes,
Rob, I'm glad I'm not crazy, Rob G. I'm glad I'm not feeling like I'm losing it around here.
I'm just not like.
You only like who you like. That's it.
No.
You're just a hater. That's
No, I'm
really
not.
what it is. You're a hater.
Moving this goalpost
No,
person
I'm
in
not.
the world.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. I just don't believe
That
in-
goalpost is schizophrenic. That thing be everywhere,
It's
right?
just-
It's like that one in Vanderbilt that just kept going down the street against
It will go
Alabama.
all over the place, right? That's why it teleports.
It's just that people are too quick to crown and say this guy is this and that. And to me, it's about winning. It just comes down to it, and you got to win. And when you win, I think it just changes the conversation for you. There's a lot of good
Patrick
players.
Mahomes.
There's
I
a
don't
lot
know
of great
about
players.
Patrick Mahomes. He's 5-0, Rob. I know, but I don't. Rob, he's trying to get his 3rd championship in a row. Nobody's done it.
No,
I know,
but his numbers are not good this year. That's all I'm talking about.
That ain't all you talk about. Don't act like you didn't talk.
I'm just
Daniel-
not.
Daniel Jones
I'm just different. I'm just different. I'm not.
You are different.
I'm
Yo,
not-
yo,
we
you-
know, bro. We
you,
know.
Hey,
I
man,
am.
look here. You would be the dude. I'd be in the club with you back in the day. We was thinking like, oh my gosh, yo, who is that? She crazy. And it'd be like
He'll be
Beyonce
like-
or Rihanna. And you'd be like, yeah, but man, she's too tall. She's too tall for me. I don't. If she has heels on, she'd be tall as me.
He'll be like, she all right.
Yeah, she's cool. I think it's the club lighting, Rob G. It's the club lighting. She probably doesn't look that good in the daylight.
I did meet Halle Berry in person, and Rob G, what do I say about Halle Berry? The prettiest woman I've ever seen. My God.
Why didn't you shoot your shot?
It was what she's married with David Justice, my friend.
That don't
You shoulda
matter.
shot
They
your
were
shot.
married.
Yeah,
That
that don't
sounds like
matter.
you
And then
shoulda
when they
shot your
broke up,
shot.
Rob's like, "What's up? It's me, Rob Paul."
Nah.
Right, you should have been like, oh my God,
nah.
you remember we met? You were
No,
still
he-
married?
This is what he was saying, Rob
I got a 2 for 1
G.
coupon
Nah,
for Chili's if
nah.
you want to come.
This is what he was saying, Rob G. He was saying, I'm not going to say it, but I might or might not be the reason they broke up. She might be looking for your boy.
Nah.
And then when they're gonna date, he's gonna make her
but
pay.
I'm just saying, when I saw her,
I believe you. Listen, there are some with people who are
Flawless.
stunning. Yeah, like you know who's
Flawless.
like that? I'm not saying she's Halle Berry. Relax.
Please don't.
Sierra is like, if you've ever seen her in
Agreed.
person, yeah, it's like, whoa, she's beautiful, she's tall, she's beautiful smile, she kind of has an aura about her. You're like, whoa, kind of catch you, and she's tall. And Sierra has that same type of aura, and then Beyonce. Did I ever tell you my Beyonce story?
You met Beyonce?
Absolutely telling you that. As well as your phone calls talking about Brock Purdy. You heard what Spags said about him. Spags said he absolutely.